Our chakras are the most important energy centers of our body, and they can get imbalanced when they're overactive or blocked. So in this pick a card reading, I would like to help you figure out what exactly is wrong with you. If you have been feeling very depleted lately and you just can't figure out why, this is the perfect reading for you to watch, because I will be giving you a very detailed look into your life and help you figure out what aspects of yourself you need to heal. What aspects of yourself demand healing, want to be seen, want to be recognized. With this truth revealed, you will no longer be able to hide because you're gonna see it right in front of you. We always focus so much on just bringing the new stuff in and just moving on from life. A lot of times, people love to say, time heals all wounds. When you're upset over something, people love to tell you, oh, just forget about it. Time heals all wounds. Which is technically true, but I would say that time only makes you forget about things. You know? When you have stuff building up inside of you, you do not get rid of it by forgetting about it. It just becomes part of your shadow. So I'm doing this reading to potentially help you figure out what is in your shadow, what kind of stuff do you need to heal. I don't know what kind of results we're gonna get, but I'm gonna do six piles, and trust me, there's a lot of information. So again, I need to remind you, this is a general reading, only take in the information that resonates with you. These tarot and oracle readings, they're supposed to act as a confirmation, okay? And not tell you something against your will that you don't claim. So it is your choice to claim or not to claim. I'm only trying to help you out here as to seeing things you might not be even seeing on your surface. For this pick a card reading, I'm gonna need you to pick one of these 6 crystals. Each crystal is gonna represent a traditional pile, but I'm gonna shuffle the cards live and get some tarot cards as clarifiers if necessary. It's just gonna be a very chill vibe, because that's the way I feel like this would be more personal and more individual. So I'm going to go over the crystals real quick and then you can make your decision. Now, if I'm being honest, I cannot remember crystal names for the life of me, but I did write them down. So we're gonna go over them real quick. I'm gonna give you a little tour. This is number 1. This is the yellow Aventurine. Number 2 is the red Jasper. Number 3 is the rose quartz. Okay, I did know this one. Number 4 is the Sodalite. It's a blue color. Then we've got the Amazonite on number 5. It's a very green color. And finally, the Amethyst. It's number 6. So I do recommend choosing based on which crystal just kind of like gets your attention, like which one do you feel like has a message for you in regards to your own healing, and not just necessarily which one you find the prettiest or which one you like the most. When you've made your decision, please head over to that timestamp that I'm going to be providing you with in the description, as well as the chapters on the video itself. So thank you for your attention, and we're gonna get started right away. All right, for those of you who chose the yellow Aventurine, this is gonna be your chakra reading. We're gonna see what needs balance, what needs healing. I'm very excited for this reading, and let's get started. So I'm just going to ask the question, what aspects about this person needs healing? We're gonna get you 6 cards, at least that's how I planned it. And I just want you to give me a sign when they're ready. Okay, so this is what needs healing. In case we need to clarify anything, we're going to use this tarot deck right here. So let's reveal. We've got the inner child. Okay, so you guys, right away, you need to do inner child healing. A lot of times when when we don't express our inner child, we get severely frustrated because the inner child is the part of us that didn't die. Like we aged. You might be able to tell by the way that we look that we're no longer a child, but we still have this aspect inside of ourselves, which is the inner child, which loves to do silly things, which likes to make stupid jokes. The inner child that likes to do that. You see, that's why a lot of adults still enjoy kids movies, because they embrace their inner child. And honestly, like, I'm 20 years old and I love watching Disney films. There's something about you that you don't allow yourself because you think you're too old for it. And this needs to change, because this is causing you severe depression by thinking that you are too old now to enjoy certain things. By thinking that, oh, I am a certain age now, only teenagers or only kids do that. Like, I shouldn't be doing this. When in reality, this would cause you total happiness. Like, this would lead you to something, to a greater fulfillment. Let's see, why is the inner child card here? Oh, okay. So the inner child actually helps you recover from something. Because right now I feel like you're kind of healing, on a healing journey. You're recovering from something. And by embracing your inner child, it's like you allow yourself to heal more in a more gentle way. Or maybe this is about healing the inner child itself. Maybe you need to consider doing some inner child healing. Okay, so maybe your inner child was wounded, maybe you were abused, or something happened to you as a child that still needs healing because it hasn't healed yet. But I'm getting a more positive response from an energy from these cards. I don't think it's something terrible. I just think that the inner child just simply feels neglected right now. That there is something that needs to change. There's something that you need to embrace about it. All right, let's take a look at the next card. Intelligence, education, knowledge, perception, and flexibility. So there's this thing about you where you think, oh, you're a highly intellectual person. You cannot do anything that would be considered childlike, which is just not true. There's something inside of you where you think you have to constantly be serious and constantly seem super, what's the right word? I don't know, I'm not sure, but like, you honestly want to seem super authentic and, not authentic, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like, someone with authority, like, you better not show anyone your emotions. Like, you always want to seem super intelligent and cutthroat, and something about your education and knowledge needs healing inside of you. So I'm thinking that honestly, you should consider reading more books about aspects of healing yourself. So you probably know what your issues are, what you're dealing with. And this is just a reminder that there is so much knowledge out there from people who have suffered from the same thing. So if you're suffering from anything, this is an encouragement to read yourself into this, to read more stuff about this. If you have any condition, if you have any disease or emotional, if you're in an emotional state of not being well, to read what other people with that same thing have written and what kind of advice they have to give. Let's see, why is the intelligence card here? Why is this card here? Yeah, because it feels like a burden to you for some reason. It's either that the intelligence itself is a burden to you, but I'm more so thinking the fact that you are dealing with something so profound in your life, something that is taking a hold of your life, just kind of like getting a new perspective onto things, like a new emotion. There's a new emotional way for you to deal with these things, with whatever needs healing. Like, let's see what the next card says. Insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. So I'm thinking you might have gone through your spiritual awakening, and ever since that you're just way more sensitive to energies in general. Let's see, why is the insight card here? The moon. So yeah, really what I'm thinking the issue is with you guys, that you are oppressing so much stuff within you, your inner child, your shadow. A lot of your problems are the result of you neglecting everything that's inside of you. Like, you think as long as you don't think about it, it'll just go away by itself, which is just not true. Because I think there's still some wounds that you carry on from your childhood that you haven't worked out quite yet. And it's like, when you truly go within your body and get your awareness on the different parts of your body, like maybe it would be really helpful to do a whole body check, like from head to toe, see what is causing you pain, like whether it is like externally or internally. And honestly, like what this woman is doing, I see her just like being in complete stillness and paying attention to what her body has to say. Like, you can be in complete stillness and see what's going on inside of you, because your mind is hard to tone it down, to quiet it down. So you just see what it has to say to you. Now, this card is the card of self-esteem. It's confidence, self-love, self-worth, and pride. Someone or something has taken that away from you, your self-esteem, and you're trying to get it back. So, Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you need to consider a career change, because for some reason, when it comes to your current job, you have no self-esteem, or you don't trust in what you do. You don't trust in your job. Why is the card of self-esteem here? It's a very sneaky energy. Like, you have to pretend to be someone that you're not for this kind of job that you have, or for this kind of thing that you're doing right now. It's like only when you're a little more cutthroat, like as I've mentioned before, when you're this highly intelligent person who always knows everything, which is, although that is not truly yourself, only then you can succeed in your job. That's how you feel like. And this has completely taken away your sense of self. This has completely taken away your individuality. Let's see, what is this card about? Compassion, caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. Okay, why is this card here? Why is the compassion card here? I'm a little bit puzzled. So I'm going to say that in order to heal yourself, you need to also develop compassion for other people. Because eventually, you guys are the same. There's also people who suffer from the same thing, and you don't want to realize that. I feel like you're just completely suppressing all your problems altogether. Like, as soon as something happens, you're like, never mind, I'm strong, I can do this, I'll just forget about it. Like, I don't even want to face my problems. I don't even want to consider them. And I feel like you also need to have a lot of compassion for yourself, because I see someone who's doing so well in their career. Like, it really seems to be working, but also at the same time, it seems like it's taking away so much of your personality, or so much of your like inner child as well. Like, maybe your job forces you to be so grown up and strong all the time. There's this side of you that's completely neglected. You don't allow yourself to be this way. And you don't even allow others to have compassion for you. Like, you would never want to, you never want someone to feel sorry or have mercy with you, because you want to keep telling yourself that you're this strong individual that can handle anything, but by saying that, you're not addressing the root problem, the root cause. What is it? So connection, there's a universal oneness, love and interconnection. So honestly, I think the problem with you guys is that you think you're the only person who feels this way. You don't realize that many people face this, and it would be really good for you to join some sort of community where you're going to realize very quickly that this is not the only way, that there's ways to work around this. Because I feel you feel quite stuck and you don't even know what it is exactly. And the thing that you don't realize is the fact that there's a whole community of people who would love to talk about this and who would love to share their thoughts on how they deal with something that you're also dealing with. It's a very quick energy, very fast moving energy. I feel like as soon as you connect to other people who might be facing the same things, or maybe just tell them about your problems, like you need to open up more. I'm also getting work with children, because when you talk to a child, when you speak to a child, you also allow yourself to be a child again. So I feel like this is something that definitely needs healing, because for some reason you didn't really have something. I don't want to say you didn't have a proper childhood, but there was something in a childhood that was neglected, or that you felt like you had to grow up too fast, and now you feel like you would like to be a child again. But maybe that's just subconsciously. You might not be thinking that, but that's what's going on subconsciously. Okay? So, yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if I should leave it at that or if I should get more cards. I wouldn't even know what to do. Let's just see. What can this person do? What should they do about their situation? Wow, okay. Go within. Do some soul searching. Now, as I've said before, the answer to your problems, I guess, is to just go within yourself, do a body check. Or you can go in meditation and do healing meditations, inner child healing. I know this reading was quite messy because I didn't know where it was going, yet I still hope it was helpful to help you figure out what's going on with you. I would say the things that you need to focus on the most is your solar plexus and your heart chakra, because you're not allowing yourself to feel like yourself, and at the same time, therefore, you cannot expand this love onto other people. Like, there's this saying, if you can't love yourself, how can you love someone else? What you guys need to do is, first of all, start loving yourself for who you are and embrace your childlike qualities, and then you can extend this love to other people as well. I'm getting work with children. This is something part of your purpose, to work with children, all right? So I hope this was still helpful for you guys. And if you enjoyed this reading, let me know down below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. If you want a personal reading, check out the link in the description. Thank you so much, guys, and I hope I'll see you again soon. Now we're going to continue with the second stone. It is the red Jasper. Hey there, number 2. If you chose the red Jasper, this is going to be your reading. We're going to take a look at this with this deck. It's my brand new Chakra Oracle that I like using very much. And I've never really used this before professionally, so bear with me if I don't get all the meanings straight away. Like, that's the reason I'm doing this video, because I really just want to practice using this deck. And I think it is such a great way to help you figure out what's going on within yourself that you might not be seeing. So what issues are you dealing with? And with that being said, I'm asking my guides to just give me a sign when the cards are ready. I'm just going to shuffle a little. These are particularly hard to shuffle. I'm not sure if it's going to get easier with time, but yeah, these are quite difficult to shuffle. So, what does this person need to heal? What kind of healing do they need? I'm going to get you 6 cards. And let's reveal the first one. Oh, you guys need to heal your relationships. The intimacy, freedom, acceptance, and trust that comes with it. So, yeah, this deck is very blunt and honest, I would like to add. So let's see, why is this card here? What about their relationship needs healing? Oh my god, okay. You need to heal your relationship to a very dominant male figure in your life who always wants to be right. I'm thinking this is your father, most likely. So what you need to heal is your relationship to your father, because if you cannot accept the current state that you are in with your father, you cannot find peace. That's the message that I'm getting. Well, this is very, very blunt and honest. So, pal 2, you need to heal the relationship with your dad. If not your dad, it is someone who was, well, when you were a child, you probably felt very, like this was a very powerful force, or maybe a young adult. Maybe this was an ex that you have. But it is a male adult that has a lot of power over you. Maybe it is your boss, whose relationship you need to heal with. Because this person, they cannot accept a no. It always has to go their way, and they always need to have control over everything. Gosh, oh my god, that is what you need to heal. Now, the first step to healing is to acknowledge that. Let's see what the next card says. Sexuality, wow, okay, for you it seems to be all about the sacral chakra. This also resulted in problems in your sex life, I feel like, or in your sexuality. Maybe not feeling like you are good enough, or let's see, why is the sexuality card here? Okay, very interesting. It's like you see sex as a duty instead of a pleasure, maybe. Like you see sex as work, or you see sex as not something that you enjoy in your current state, or it's more like you have to focus on always working for the other person. Like you always want to conform to the other person to make sure that they're enjoying it, that you don't realize that you're supposed to enjoy it too. I'm not sure if this was meant for you. Let's see. Why is this card here? Oh god, okay. So I'm just going to take the card on top, which is the 3 of Swords. You might have gone through a very painful breakup that caused your sexuality to, how do I say, what is the opposite of heal? To go kaput. Yeah, man, it's really difficult. Let's reveal another card. Guidance, support, love, signs, and direction. So yeah, I feel like by this point we know what's wrong with you, and it is the relationship to a very dominant male figure that you need to heal, as well as your own sexuality. Now, I'm really curious. I can't, for some reason, my mind can't let this go. Why is your relationship disrupted with this person? I feel like in general, you might find it really hard to trust people. Maybe after having gone through a very hard breakup, now you find it hard to just find that same level of trust again that you once had in your first relationship, where you could just trust blindly. I'm getting like, in regards to your father or to this male figure, I am getting the message that you probably don't realize this, but you are now old enough to speak your truth. You are no longer that little puppy that can't defend themselves. Now you're of an age where you most likely live away from them. Or if not, well, if you still live with this person, it might be a little bit harder. But I'm feeling really strongly, you are now at an age where you can defend yourself, and you cannot lose. They cannot make you feel inferior anymore. And if they do, then that is exactly what you need to heal. This own belief that you have about yourself, that you are not good enough. Because the only person that you need to please is yourself. So if this is about your father, you need to heal this relationship. And that does not mean you need to make amends and become best friends with your dad. It just means to accept the current state that you're at and become happy with yourself, wherever it is. If you know, healing is something very personal, so you need to consider your own well-being and your own needs and what you need to do. So like, if you feel like you need to have a conversation, open, honest conversation with this person, then you need to do that. But if you just feel really affected by what this person says, you need to change the beliefs that you have about yourself and not let this person's beliefs affect you. Because in the end, the only person, I've said this before, that needs to be happy by the things you do is you. And this is a very controlling person, but they cannot control you any longer. So if you still live with them, then move out. That's honestly what I'm getting. Yeah, you don't realize that your guides are with you 24/7. You don't utilize them enough. Well, maybe it's because you don't believe in all this spiritual stuff. Like, oh, everyone has their spirit guides who support them. Well, what you need to do is to honestly invite them in, because they can help you out in pretty much any situation. And they also make you see clearly. Make you see the situations clearly. Let's see why this card is here. Why is the card of guidance here? Okay, because when inviting in your spirit guides, you would see life with a whole new perspective. Like, you would be able to see beyond the river. Like, you would be able to see the horizon. You would be happier if you accepted guidance into your life. Now, since this is referring to like I think it's the crown chakra. This is usually associated with spirit guides, but guidance can mean anything. You can get guidance from a therapist. So however this resonates with you, all that you need to do in order to invite in your spirit guides is to set that intention. You can just talk to yourself out loud and say, like, I allow my spirit guides to assist me in my day-to-day life and help me make decisions. And then right before when you're making a decision, you're gonna just feel this nudge, like, whoa, why am I thinking this way? Like, I'm just intuitively thinking this is the right decision. Well, that's coming. It is guidance that you're receiving, okay, through you. And this guidance can also be like a very soft voice inside of your head, or just a feeling, a nudge. That's how I like to describe it. And for you guys, I'm thinking when you're honoring this connection to your guides more, you're going to live a much happier life. Let's see. Wow, crown chakra. Okay, so we're supposed to talk about the crown chakra a little more. Maybe you've just never really opened it up and always lived in this tiny bubble of what you thought your reality was. You didn't realize that there is much more to it. You didn't realize that there are different dimensions under which we operate. It's not just the third dimension. And you are being invited to, for some reason I'm getting like astral travel and try lucid dreaming, to just let you experience a taste of the fact that there is much more than what you are currently experiencing. Because, yeah, let's see, why is the crown chakra card here? Oh. Okay. For some reason, you're someone who doesn't like to accept any help. Now, that is an issue, that is your issue. If you don't let others help you, I mean, what do you expect? It's not always a bad thing, or it's not weak to accept help. Like, even if it means getting a therapist, it can be so relieving to have someone to talk about your issues. Because here I'm seeing someone who doesn't want the help that they're being offered. And here, on the other hand, I see someone that is yet very hopeful. So I'm feeling like by embracing your crown chakra, you're meant to look at your situation from a very universal perspective. That's honestly what I'm thinking. Ask yourself, what would my higher self do? The ideal version. Someone who loves themselves. What would they do in my situation? Instead of focusing on your let me just say, your corrupt way of thinking. Instead of focusing on that, ask yourself, what would my higher self do in this situation? So let's get another card. Home. You need to heal what you consider home. Now I'm getting more and more the impression that you do not feel safe, or safe is not the right word, comfortable is the right word, with what you consider home. Or maybe this is in regards to your parents or to your father. So what you need to heal is the fact that you need to find a home that you are so comfortable with to be yourself, not having to change up who you are. So if this is a message for you to move out, if that resonates with you, then take that as a confirmation that you are meant to break free, you are meant to move out from home, or you are meant to make any place your home that is comfortable. And home is not just about the house, it's also about the whole presence, the whole your whole existence. You need to feel at home with yourself. You cannot always constantly change up the person that you are just to please others. You need to feel at home with yourself, with the way that you express yourself. So this is about your root chakra. There's a problem deep down in the roots of you where you don't have a sense of home. That is the issue with you. You have no place to belong. You have no place to feel safe. Why is the home card here? Yeah, you constantly feel like you have to be on the outlook of something. Like someone's going to take something away from me if I don't behave or if I don't pay attention. Like I just saw the 9 of Wands, I think that was. Whoops. And wasn't that the Page of Pentacles? I don't know why I put it away. It was subconsciously I put it away. But I think that was talking about you. Like, if you still live at home and you have the money to get your own place, then what are you waiting for? Because I think that also was talking about the fact that you need to plan ahead and you need to have this like stable income that allows you to live by yourself. Now let's reveal, this is, the last card, family. Okay. All your issues seem to be coming from your family, especially your father, what you consider home. Your problems, what you need to heal is your root chakra, your sacral, and then you are encouraged to develop your connection to the crown chakra. That's what I'm getting. So a lot of times, let's take a look at this card. A lot of things are expected of you because of the culture that you were born into. You think you have to live or behave a certain way because of your culture, because of your community, because of your nationality. You feel very, very pressured to fulfill these expectations, but you know that is not making you happy by doing so. Let's see, why is this family card here? The Fool. Okay. You almost feel like you have to tone down your personality a little just so that your family is going to be happy. Like, or you or the opposite. Like maybe you constantly have to act foolish somehow. Like you're not allowed to be intelligent for some reason, or you're not allowed to be mature. Or this could simply mean that your family constantly seeks this drama, that they're the ones that are really not mature, and they constantly pull you into this cycle of foolishness when you're so evolved, and then you have these childlike arguments about nothing with your family, and that is what's truly getting to you. This is an aspect that you need to heal. Your entire family, especially your father, your home, what you consider home, and therefore your sexuality as well. Maybe you are told by your family that sex is a bad thing, that you are supposed to be scared of sex or not have sex or something like that. There's something that your family, I feel like, told you about sex, that you still have this belief about sexuality, or that you are supposed to cover up, that you are not allowed to express yourself, that you oh, never dare show your ankles. Like there's a belief that your family has about sexuality that you have that you were born into and that you have adapted, but that is not in alignment with your highest good. That is not how you would like to express yourself. It is how your family thinks you should express yourself. And I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't seem very healthy. So if it is not beneficial for you to be in contact with your family, then break out of it. Like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is a very difficult pile for me to deal with, but let's see. Oh, okay. You're meant to find someone who truly celebrates you for your qualities and not makes fun of it or not suppresses them. It says here, make love, not war. You're supposed to make love with other people, not war with your family. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. That's all we're gonna get out of these cards. Two of Swords. You're very torn between maybe staying in your family and just like abandoning them maybe. I don't know. Honestly, what's going inside your mind, you're gonna have to figure that out, but I hope I was able to help you figure out what is wrong with you or what needs healing. And all of these things need healing from your part, but how you go about this healing, that is a very individual thing, that's a very personal thing. But as long as you believe what your family believes, as long as your subconscious thinks that's true and that's how you should live life, you're never going to be happy. And there needs to be some serious change in regards to that. So I really, really hope you can find a way to break out of this cycle, this pattern, this karmic pattern that you were pretty much born into, I guess. I really hope the best for you. Thank you so much for staying here with me. Now, if you haven't done so, please make sure to subscribe to my channel to make sure you never miss another video of mine. If you'd like a personal reading, check out my description. I'm gonna have the link to my Etsy shop there. And thank you so much. Yeah, I'm honestly speechless how well all these cards went together. So yeah, I really wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that you can break out of this situation. I know you can, but all you need is courage. Goodbye. Now, this is a very delicate situation because I'm charging my phone right now, and I don't want to trip over the wire, so I'm not sure what to do with it. So, in case my entire workplace collapses, I'm sorry, I warned you. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Rose Quartz, we're about to figure out what's wrong in your life, what you need to heal. And I will be using my new Chakra Oracle deck, which I love very much, and it's given us some pretty good insight with the first two piles. So I hope that it's going to be as helpful for you as it was to the other ones, or at least I would like to think it was. So yeah, in case we need to clarify anything, we're going to use the tarot cards that I've got right here. And let's just ask, what part of this person needs healing? What aspect of them? Please just give me a sign when the cards are ready. We're going to give you 6 cards. Okay, that was quick. We're gonna have a look at the first one. Let me just see. Check if it's recording. Yes, it is. First card. Now, I'd like to say that this is like the main theme of your reading, or what you are meant to focus on and heal. Your possessions, belongings. Okay. Well, maybe it wasn't the main theme, but this is a great indicator as to what you need to take a look at, because there's something in your life, maybe you're placing too much value on physical material, physical items, because I'm honestly thinking you have this weird habit of maybe collecting things or buying things when you really don't need them, and that is, I'm feeling it is a result of you not being able to have much as a child, Now you feel like you have to always buy everything that you want just for the sake of it because now you can afford it or something like that. Let's see why this card is here. Why is the card of possessions here? Yeah, exactly. Like you always want to buy new stuff, but then you end up having way too much and you don't need it anyway. So that's pretty funny. Yeah, you think you have this idea, oh, this is going to be such a great purchase, I need this in my life, and then you end up not even using it because you already have 3 of those that work the same way. This is seriously something that you need to consider. I mean, if you have the money, you can afford it, why not? But for some reason, this is popping up for you. This is something this is an aspect that you need to heal. So let's take a look at the next card. It is the sound. Music, silence, rhythm, and vibration. Very interesting. Healing sound. Healing sound. Why is this card here? Beats me. Let's see. Why is this card here? Why is this card here? Healing sound. Knight of Cups. Okay. Okay. Sometimes it is the best to just remain in silence, I'm getting. Also, this can be a message. Now, this is really difficult for me to read for some reason. This card of sound. If you have any meaning to add to this, then be very welcome to. But there is an aspect about music for you guys that needs healing. You need to heal, maybe use music to heal your problems, or maybe this is already what you're doing. Whenever you have problems, you're just referring to music. And that's it. Like, you just like to find something that you're able to relate to, especially when it comes to like romantic things, when it comes to love. Yeah, honestly, like I'm pretty speechless. I don't know what to say. Why is this card here? It's a card of sound. Okay. Judgment in reverse. Maybe this is about being mindful of what you say, or being mindful of what kind of music you listen to, because it affects you. I think this is about being more mindful of what you share with the world and what you take in from the world. Sound, healing by sound. Maybe consider sound healing, okay? The art of the singing bowl. Maybe this is going to be important for you when you do meditation, is to hear that kind of sound, or that kind of vibration. And for you, I'm thinking sound can be a great tool for you to heal. Let's have a look at what the next card is. Okay, it's also about the throat chakra, and that is about self-expression, vocalization, individuality, inner voice, and assertiveness. Okay, well, maybe that makes a little more sense now, because let's see, what is it about this person's self-expression? Are they neglecting it? You have a very weird relationship to money, because I feel like you might be someone who pays a lot of attention to the price. Oh man, this is a very weird reading for me, because like what you need to heal is also superficial. I feel like you need to heal your relationship to money, and like not care about how much something costs, and like there's good quality with low price. I don't think you've always been this way, but like something within you made you think that you always have to have the best quality with the most expensive price, and that always needs to be top, because maybe, well, most likely you're very, very successful with what you do, with your work, but you don't realize people would appreciate you just as much if the quality of these items, that they don't even realize that they're better quality, people would still enjoy you. And there's a lot of worry around that. The fact that you feel like you constantly have to present yourself in a very, as if you were like super rich, and as if you always have everything. I feel like this is definitely, now this is making a little more sense to me. I'm finally putting the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm not gonna lie, this is looking like you want to impress other people. Maybe this is because of the job that you have, because of the work you do. You need to learn to be happy with it yourself and not buy other stuff or buy stuff because other people, you think other people would want that, but in reality they don't. Like, if you're working with clients, then you might be very called to constantly improve your equipment and to constantly have the best, use the best software. Like in my case, that would be having super high definition camera, but then I would realize that people enjoy me just as much, even if the quality isn't great. It's a nice add-on to have good quality content, but it's not a must. Like, you need to understand that you can still express yourself and you can still be your natural self in like, no matter the circumstances, no matter how good the quality of your work is. I mean, not the quality of your work, but like the quality of your utensils, probably. So, what is it about the self-expression that this person needs to heal? What is it about the self-expression? Yeah, you constantly want to be the best version. Like, this keeps you up at night. Oh, what if I'm not good enough? But honestly, let's get the next card. Honesty. Didn't I just say, like, honestly? And then this comes up. So, truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. What is wrong with you? You're really hard to read, but just by communicating your truth. You don't have to be someone that you're not just for the pressure of it. You've got some sort of vocation where you constantly want to be the best version of yourself. How dare you never be emotional about anything? Like, you would rather not let anyone see that you're an actual human being with emotions, but why not? Think about it. You just need to work on being more authentic. For you guys, all you need to heal so far that I'm seeing is in your throat chakra and your self-expression, how you deal with that, how you express yourself to others. And I just realized it's 33, 32, and 31. 100%ly, I shuffled these cards, so this is not this is very much meant to come out together. Let's ask, why is the honesty card here? Okay, yeah. When it comes to your relationships, you just need to be completely honest about your values. That's maybe why you're not attracting the perfect partner or the perfect work, is because you're not being honest with other people and maybe not honest with yourself. There's something that is kind of important to you, but then you don't like to tell other people. Like, they're just supposed to figure it out themselves, that you're not okay with this. Well, how about you communicate it to them up front and say, hey, I don't like this being done to me, or I don't like this. Then you wouldn't have to pretend to be all that upset, you know? A lot of you guys need to heal your voice. There's something about your voice that is broken. Maybe you stutter or you have some kind of speech impediment. I'm not saying you need to heal it, but you can consider it, because I think it would make you happier, as I'm seeing here, because this is something that you might be insecure about. I'm getting with sound, it's about the voice. It's about the voice that you use. Yeah, also I'm having this vision of like a woman trying to get her point across, and people just laugh at her because of her voice. Maybe it's like really high pitched, or she stutters or something, and or maybe this is some like childhood trauma, the fact that they were laughing at her. Now she's really insecure about it, and she cannot express her opinion, and she cannot express what she truly wants. And maybe this is something that is going on with you, but there's something about your voice maybe that you're really insecure about, that you need to own. Okay, so whatever it is about your voice and of your way of speech, maybe it is an accent that you are very insecure about and you don't want to have this accent. But if you can't get rid of it, you need to start embracing it, because only when you own things, that's when people are going to love you. Like, when you don't care, then people won't care either. Let's see. We've got pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, sensuality, and indulgence. This is something that you need to heal. the way that you receive pleasure. So maybe you don't allow yourself to have any sort of pleasure in your life, then that is definitely something that needs healing and that you need to allow in. If you're constantly working and you never allow yourself to feel good, yeah, well, you need to change that, because your soul is craving for something that it enjoys doing, that you truly enjoy doing, to go after your hobbies, your interests more, to enjoy more pleasure. Or it could be the opposite, that you're kind of a hedonist, you only live for pleasure. Well, then ask yourself, what are you really striving for if all you ever do is go after these pleasures, which could end up in a really bad addiction? Because, like, imagine too much of anything is never good. Like anything, I feel like anything could turn into an addiction. So what you need to heal here could be an addiction if you're overindulging in any of your pleasures, or it could be to invite in more pleasure if you're completely neglecting it. Let's see, what's the case for this person? Why is the pleasure card here? Yeah, you're overworking yourself most likely, where you feel like, oh, I don't have time for the flowers. Like you don't even see the beauty of the flowers behind you because you're only focused on the obstacles in front of you. You forget that you're meant to breathe and have fun like everyone else. I think that's the thing for you. And the last card is you need to heal your love, therefore. Kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. Let's just ask, why is the love card here? What do they need to heal about love? Oh my god. What does this person need to heal about love? Okay. Okay, this is like, yeah, accepting yourself and loving yourself as part of the greater whole, as part of a community, as part of a family, part of a tribe. It's falling in love with who you actually are. I mean, this is something that needs to heal because maybe you don't have enough self-love for yourself, enough respect for yourself. Because otherwise, why would you care about these things, about expressing yourself? If you love yourself, you're able to do this naturally. So I really think this is a nice way to end this reading, because you are supposed to fully own who you are. And let me remind you, only when you can love yourself, you can actually invite in someone else. And, you know, only when you can love yourself, then someone else can. Okay, I just fucked up that quote, but never mind. Love is going to fulfill your life. This is the Ten of Pentacles. Love, if you love yourself, everything becomes so much easier. Let's get you some more cards. Why is the love card here? Shatter the old parts of you. Okay? It's no longer you. You're still stuck on something that you did years ago that is no longer part of you. You have evolved from that. Or someone that you were years ago. You were insecure, maybe. You were not happy, but now you kind of are, so why don't you express that? So why don't you start loving yourself more? Now, let me tell you something. As soon as you own something about yourself, it's no longer an issue. Like, people will only think it's an issue when you do. Like, when you're fully in touch with your emotional body and realize why you're feeling the way that you feel, and then you're able to heal this and become confident and become content with the fact that you are this way, and accept this about yourself. Therefore, heal it and start loving yourself unconditionally. That's honestly what I'm thinking. I hope this just made sense, and I hope I was able to give you a little bit of insight as to what needs healing in your life. If you did enjoy this reading, let me know down below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. And if you want a personal reading, check out my description. for my link to Etsy. All right, so thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful. I hope you're able, I know you're able to heal all of those aspects about yourself. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Hello there. If you chose the Sodalite stone, this is going to be your reading about what parts of you need healing. So this is supposed to provide you a look deep within your psyche and see what's going on there and what aspects you might not even be seeing. So let's have a look. We're going to be using my Chakra Oracle deck. I've never done a reading with them besides the previous 3 piles. And yeah, they were able to give us some pretty clear insight as to what was wrong. So I hope this is going to work as well as it did for the other ones. Let's see, if we need to clarify something, we're going to use the tarot cards. And yeah, let's see. Just give me a sign when the cards are ready, please. Okay. You're going to get 6 cards, just like the other piles. Now let's see. The first card always has some great importance because it's our opening card. And I'm just going to openly ask the question, what does this person need to heal? Their emotions. Okay. So it's your feelings, the expression, moods, and balance. Why is the emotions card here? What is it about this person's emotions? Maybe being stuck in quarantine for so long made you forget how to socially interact with other people. I'm not sure, but you need to learn how to express what you're feeling deep inside yourself, how to express that to other people, because only that way you're going to have successful connections with others. Because a lot of time it is really, really difficult for you to fully express how you're feeling, whether it is good or bad. You just cannot quite explain what it is that you're feeling. And when you like someone, you might not tell them. And when you don't like someone, you might not tell them either. Or maybe it is the complete opposite, that you're always volatile and you have complete mood swings. Figure out what it is about your emotions, but your emotions are something, your emotional body is something that you need to consider healing. Let's get you another card and see if it offers us any more context. Yeah, personal boundaries, choice, assertiveness, empowerment, authenticity. So you need to start setting boundaries, because even if you don't think so, you are extremely valuable as a person, and you are worthy of having clear boundaries. And you do not need to give all of yourself away to that first person that shows you any sort of interest. I don't know why that's the kind of vibe I'm getting with this pile, but raise your standards by a lot, bro. Yeah, this card just came out. When it comes to love, you need to raise your standards, because if you're fine with the bare minimum, that's what you're gonna get. Wait for things to develop. Don't be so quick to just like settle with the first best thing that you're getting. I think a lot of you guys are getting really upset over love. Like, am I ever gonna find someone? Well, that's the problem here. That is coming from a place of fear. That was a rhyme. So you obviously don't believe in yourself enough that you have the capacity to enter a loving relationship, because you don't love yourself enough. And this is a theme that has come up quite a few times already, but this seems to be a common theme with most humans, I believe, that you don't think you are valuable enough for a connection. And you might be yelling at the screen right now, telling me, oh, that is not true, I love myself. But yeah, those things, they don't happen on a conscious level. They happen based on trauma, based on things that you have been told maybe as a child, based on things that you have learned that are supposed to be one way. Then it's hard for you to learn them another, unless you can do this healing within yourself and let go of that attachment that you have, and let go of that belief system. So let's take a look at another card. It's the mind. You need to heal your mind and the emotional body. It's the mental body for you and the emotional body. Damn. So it's the openness, flexibility, imagination, and learning. So let's just ask, why is the mind here? What about the mind needs healing? The Lovers. Okay, that's very interesting. Your attitude towards love needs to change. You need to have faith, honestly. Like, you cannot make your whole life about love. And when something's not working out, you need to walk away. For some reason, I'm getting the fact that in your life, maybe you have changed your way of thinking now, but in the past, oh my God, people, they could walk over you, they could cheat on you, they could do whatever they want, and you would still stay with them. Like, you have such a good heart, and you need to really realize that people take advantage of that. You need to establish some boundaries. Especially, your message is very love-oriented for some reason, but let me just say that if you make it okay, that it's okay to cheat on you and to do all these nasty things with you, that you're okay with being an option, then they're never going to see you as a priority. I think what needs to heal is the way that you see yourself, because apparently you don't believe that you're everything someone would ever want. Maybe this is based on things that you were taught as a child, that people kept telling you as a child, like, you're not good enough. But this can no longer carry into your love life. And I'm also getting the message that your lover should not be acting as a therapist for you. Like, you cannot expect other people to heal you. Like, you cannot go into all these romantic connections thinking that they're going to make you a better person because they're going to heal you, when in fact the healing that needs to happen needs to come from within you, and no one else is going to be able to do that. And the fact that you're not finding a suitor, maybe if you're single, is probably because, well, no one is going to put up with this mess. I'm just going to be honest. People are very intimidated by this, or are not intimidated. Maybe they are just thrown off by the fact that you're an emotional mess. Like, oh my God, I'm being so harsh on you. Like, I really don't mean to be this way, but I would rather for it to be honest, to have me, a stranger on the internet, tell you this, than maybe someone that you truly care about. So it might be easier to hear from me, and maybe this is the only way that you're going to realize that you need to do some healing with the way that you feel about yourself and what you let others do. Because you need to learn to say no to things that you don't want. Let's see what other cards we have. Gut instinct. Trust your intuition, your inner knowing, your sense of trust. So, yeah, when you think something is a certain way, it probably is. You don't always need to, I'm just going to say, you don't always need to make a fool of yourself just to prove a point. Like, people often get it anyway, like either way. And often, like, silence speaks, there's this quote, it's called, silence is gold, right? If you know something, then it's likely true. Trust your gut instinct more. You need to heal your relationship to yourself, because honestly, I don't see you trusting yourself enough here. Let's see why. Is the gut instinct card here? What is this about? You always like to have some type of boss tell you how the work is to be done, but you need to learn how to do your own work the way that you believe it is to be done. That's the thing here. And that's a great way to start, by trusting your gut instinct. This inner knowing that you have. I feel like what you need to heal is the fact that you rely too much on what other people think, and the fact that you always want an example of how it's to be done. like if you're about to do something, the first thing you're going to do is to look up if it's been done before and how it's been done before, but you don't realize that your mind can go great lengths and it can do stuff that has never been done before. Your mind can make the impossible possible. You need to heal the relationship to your mind. And not everything I'm saying in this reading has to resonate, but there has to be some core key information that you are meant to hear, otherwise you wouldn't have chosen this pile. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. Then next up, we've got passion, desire, fun, fulfillment, and joy. You need to heal your relationship to passion and what you think is passion. Why is the passion card here? You're a very difficult pile to read, if I'm being honest. It's the devil. You associate your passion with the devil, but why would that be? I hope it makes a little more sense to you than it does to me. Since this is a general reading, I'm also very careful of what I say, but for some reason, maybe it's the fact that you only ever focus on hard work, getting the hard work done, but this is also a devilish cycle because you never actually get to enjoy your passions, what you're truly passionate about. Or another scenario could be where you associate your passion, the thing that you like, with something bad. Like you're not allowed to enjoy this for some reason. Like you're not allowed to have this, what's it called? Loving for something, because you associate it with something bad, which it doesn't necessarily have to be. So think about, what are you passionate about, and why are you limiting this thing that you are so passionate about? Why are you not allowing yourself to be passionate about it? Or is it because it is such hard work to keep up with it? Let's see, there's one more card here, and that is will. It's about expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. I feel like you're someone who always has to have all the facts clear on paper, black and white. You want to have reassurance with everything that goes on in your life. You want to be sure that that's the problem, you're probably not a risk taker. You want to be sure that when you do something that it's going to work out, you have that reassurance. That's why you don't like trusting your gut. That's why you would rather trust someone else telling you that it's going to work out than just believing in the fact that you have the ability to do anything you want. So the thing with the turtle here on this imagery is that is exactly the kind of attitude that you need to adapt, because it seems like you are lacking it. Let me tell you about this if you have a look at it. The turtle is in the midst of a desert. She's not looking back at her path. She doesn't know how far she's come and how far she still has to conquer. How much is still ahead of her. She doesn't know any of that, and yet she remains calm. She just trusts in her own power, and her power as an individual. She has such a great willpower to get to the end, to where she wants to be. And she knows she's going to get there one point. She doesn't know when the next oasis is going to come up, or when she's going to get to her goal eventually. But she knows she's going to get there. She's so determined. And she's not going to let anything, and she's not going to let the nothingness in her life distract her and tear her down, because she's very committed to her goals. And I feel like this is just kind of attitude that you need to adapt. Why is the will card here? I just feel like you need to have more of your own will in life. Yeah, period. You can make anything happen in life. You're the magician. You're the author of your own story, of your book. You can be rich if you want, but not with this mindset. You are meant to be truly abundant in life, but I feel like you still haven't broken out of this collective societal thinking that is very limiting. if I'm being honest. This is a very specific pile, so if this doesn't resonate, I don't know why you're still listening. It might be better to choose another one, but if this does resonate, you need to regain control of your mind, because your mind likes to be controlled by society. It likes to have this comfort of reassurance, but not everything in life can be reassured. And especially when you go your own way, like this turtle, you're going to have no reassurance, you're going to have no confirmation, and that's what's so scary to you. Now ask yourself, why is that so scary? Like, why do you fear this? Why do you fear the unknown? I think that's what's so apparent with you guys. You seem to have a fear of things not working out or things failing. But there's another quote, which is that you already lost if you don't try. Like, if you don't try, you'll never know what could be. So yeah, I hope this was somewhat helpful, and I hope that it resonated with you. Again, this was very blunt and honest, so the reason I am this way is to make you really realize what's wrong with you and maybe inspire a change from within. So yeah, I hope that you nonetheless enjoyed this reading for the facts that it gave you, and I hope you were able to take away something from this. If you're new to my channel, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. If you would like a personal reading, my Etsy link is going to be in the description. So yeah, let me know what you think down below, and thanks for watching. Goodbye. Hello there. If you chose the Amazonite, this is going to be your reading. Thanks for tuning in. So we're going to have a look at what it is that you need to heal. I'm still recovering from the previous pile because it was very harsh. It was brutally honest. Let's see what yours is going to be like. Let's see what you need to heal from. I'm going to just ask, and in case we need to clarify anything, I'm going to use the tarot cards. So there's not a lot of cards left because I didn't want to have any doubles, so I just put them aside as soon as I get them. Let's see what it is that you need to heal. We're going to get you 6 cards, and I just ask my guides to give me a sign when they're ready. So what is it that this person needs to heal? Okay. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So you already pretty much saw the first card. You need to heal your communication, self-expression, exchange, sharing, and connection. There's something that is not quite right when it comes to you communicating. Maybe it is about bringing your point across, and you might not realize this, but a big part of communication is actually listening. To listen what other people have to say and then carefully base your answer on what that other person said, and then create this mutual exchange. I mean, I don't want to sound silly, but maybe you just needed to hear that, because a lot of times maybe you feel like just getting the words out of your mouth for the sake of it, or just almost like acting like a robot, just saying all those lines in a script without even acknowledging that you're having a conversation with another human being who has emotions and who would like to converse with you. Yeah, I don't know what the case is for you. It's a general reading, so I try to give you a lot of options, but you need to heal your communication. Let's ask, why is the communication card here? Okay. For some reason, you're always torn when it comes to communicating, but what are you torn between? Oh, okay. You always want to come off as really someone that's really confident, when in reality, things are not that confident at all within you. They're kind of like collapsing. But honestly, that's a better way to go about it than just like closing yourselves off, because they say, fake it until you make it. And I'm just like thinking, you might be an introvert who's recently taken on the challenge of just like meeting people and maybe it's been really tough on you, or maybe you get intimidated sometimes, but this is a message to keep on going. Like, you are actually healing your communication, because you are healing this tower inside of you that likes to crumble. You're not allowing it to crumble. You're getting over your social anxieties. That's what I'm thinking. And that's where you're healing. So you're doing a great job, and keep doing it this way. Let's get another card. Emotional balance, stability, harmony, peace, and fluidity. Interesting. So I feel like you tend to either overshare or not share at all, and there needs to be some kind of balance with this as well. This is the heart chakra, and see this, what's it called? The chalice is filled with just the right amount of water. It's not overflowing, but it's not empty either. And this is kind of like all the different emotions that you consist of are in this cup. But hold on. So don't let your feelings overwhelm you by any means, but don't suppress them either. I know it's so hard to say, but this is exactly what you need to heal. The fact that sometimes the smallest mistake can make you so angry, whether it is your mistake or someone else's. The smallest inconvenience can ruin the rest of your day. Really? Come on. Like, move on past it. Like, there's something about it that, you know... let's see. Why is the emotional balance card here? Okay. I'm puzzled. Let me get another clarifier. Maybe I'm supposed to like focus on the image because you're trying to hold something together, but it's melting. Maybe this is you with your emotional state. It's like you trying to hold yourself together, but also at the same time not being true to yourself, kind of lying to yourself about how you feel. You might be someone who says, oh, it doesn't upset me at all. This doesn't make me sad. This doesn't make me angry. When in reality, you're just crumbling inside. And there's this thing about honesty and just owning who you are. Maybe you could try consider like just owning your feelings. Like, hell yeah, this does make me upset and I'm very sad about it. Like, you have this weird association that it's not okay to express or feel your negative emotions, so you just suppress them. And that is what you need to heal about yourself. You need to give all of your emotions an equal amount of love, like an equal amount of representation. Is that the right word? I don't know. Like, if you show your happy emotions, then also don't be afraid to show your negative emotions. I hope that makes sense for you guys. So next up is forgiveness. Okay, we're getting more into the heart chakra here. It's about letting go, healing, growth, and compassion. What you need to heal is to forgive other people, forgive yourself for their past wrongs, because only when you accept the past for what it is, you can evolve. Because when you don't, you're going to keep on going back to it, even if it's been months, years, lifetimes. You're going to keep on going back to your past wrongings, and you can no longer hold a grudge over something someone's did, no matter how bad it was. Not because they deserve to be forgiven, but you deserve to be forgiven. Because imagine it this way, if you still hold a grudge against someone, they likely moved on from it already. It is only you that still carries that pain within them, that is still so focused on this issue. Then if you just let it go and evaporate it into the air, like this dandelion, like if you just blew it, then it would be gone and you could move on. So let's ask, why is this forgiveness card here? Oh, okay. You need to forgive yourself for something that happened when you were very little and stupid, foolish. It's almost like the universe wants to offer you a new start over and over, an opportunity to redeem yourself, and you just don't want it. Like, oh, I don't deserve it. Maybe that kind of energy that I'm picking up on. So only, only if that resonates for you. Let's see. Next card is inspiration, ideas, spark, conception, and impulse. As I just said, like the universe offers you many new inspirations, like many new ways for you to, express yourself. Why is the inspiration card here? What is this inspiration all about? That's just what I said, like inspiration to get justice, inspiration to come to peace with something. Like, imagine you're still upset over your boyfriend cheating on you and you still hold it against him, although he's probably moved on, but you still can't forgive him. When the universe is trying to make you see there's so many better people out there, so many better men than him, is just an example, by the way. But you still hold this grudge. You cannot let this go because you feel like the fact that he cheated on you, it was your mistake. Like it was something wrong with you when that's not the truth. And the universe is trying to make you see all these new ways, maybe even all these new suitors, and you still can't move past it. Then why not? Ask yourself, why not? And that was just an example. I just feel like you're still holding a grudge over something that you still maybe haven't found this like peace and justice over, and you seem to be unable to move past it when the universe is giving you so many opportunities, so many new opportunities, and you're still stuck in the past for some reason. Like, you need to heal this aspect of yourself and really come clean with your past and forgive what is to be forgiven, what you haven't dealt with. And yeah, you can even do like a little ritual, like writing whatever is bothering you on a piece of paper and then burning it. But make sure you get rid of it so that you don't have to deal with it over and over again in your mind later on. Divine consciousness, that's very beautiful. So we're also getting a lot more of the crown chakra that you are very much invited to open. There's the interconnection, expansion, oneness, and light. One thing that I like to say is that when you open your crown chakra, you see how irrelevant your problems are, because you see, that's just popped out as I said, problems, because you see life for so much more than your limited 3D viewing experience, because you see life for, it's like you see life through, I like to say, through the God's eye, without judgment. You can see your life so clearly, and there's this thing called the Akashic Records, where pretty much everything is written down. Everything that the human existence knows, it's documented. I think this might actually be a way for you to heal, to recognize the divine consciousness or this oneness in everything, because everything is essentially connected, but you choose to still ignore this fact in your life. Every single action that you take throughout the day is sort of connected to one another, and had you not taken the previous action, then that following action would have never occurred. So everything is connected, and everything's also the same. Everything's one. Like, I am the same as you. Like, we are all matter. And like how I see it is like, I am everything. I am the consciousness itself, and I am also my tarot cloth. I am my cards. I am my phone, my screen. I am everything, because like I am in everything. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but open up your crown chakra. Maybe you'll understand. So, yeah, there's this great interconnection that you have with pretty much everything, and it's just like when you start realizing how the smallest things operate, your problems just become irrelevant. And let's see, the last card is intuition, trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. So you're asked to trust your intuition more and your guidance on what it says. Maybe you're not even supposed to watch that many tarot readings. I don't know, because your intuition always knows best. Okay, what you are needing to learn is, okay, how to make the right decision when there's so many options. When, you know, this could have to do with otherworldly things, just like very huge things, very major decisions when there's a bunch of options, like what job should I have? Who's my perfect partner? What country should I live in? When it comes to those huge questions, the only one who can answer them is you. You know, tarot readings, they're supposed to act as a confirmation and not tell you something that you don't already know. So I suppose that's the reason why you're still here, because it resonated up until this point, and you saw something of yourself in this reading. And I hope I was able to help you out with recognizing what parts of you need healing. Let's get you one more card. Why is the intuition card here? Yeah, for a more fulfilling, happy life, to be honest. If you could trust yourself a little more, your life would be so much better, because if you don't realize it, you always have divine guidance within you. You carry that within you if you allow it to be. Your spirit guides, they constantly are by your side. They assist you. And if you could trust in the miracle of life a little more, I think that would make things a little easier. If you just shut down that monkey mind and shut down that what if it doesn't work out, you're going to ask yourself, well, what if it does work out? All right, thanks for watching. I hope that it was able to give you some confirmation, or maybe point out aspects that you had not realized about yourself, and only take what resonates. Obviously, it's a general reading, okay? I don't want anyone to be upset with me for pointing out the truth, or what might be someone else's truth. So thanks for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. And if you want a personal reading, check out my Etsy shop. Link in the description. Thank you so much, guys. See you again soon. Hey there, if you chose the Amethyst, welcome to your reading. Today we're going to figure out what part of you needs healing, or what aspects of you need healing. You're the last pile, which is why we don't have as many cards left. I didn't want any repeats, so we'll just see. I'm using the Chakra Oracle deck, and if we need any clarifications, we're going to use the Tarot deck that I have to my left side. Alright, I'm just going to ask my guides to give me a sign when the cards are ready. What parts of them need healing? I think that's it. I think that's what I needed. We're going to get you 6 cards, just like the other piles. Alright, I was just curious at what cards were left over. Let's take a look. So you need to apparently heal your desires, goals, passion, craving, and fulfillment. That's a little tricky one, because with the other piles, the first card was always like a huge issue, a huge prevalent issue in someone's life, but I don't see how you would have to heal a desire, if I'm being quite honest. So let's see. King of Swords and Judgment. Okay. You guys might not always allow yourself to experience joy, or to go after what you want, because you feel like you always have to be logical, and what you want might not be the most logical to you, but you being a logical person dismisses that. Hope that made sense. You need to make your own judgment of what is right and wrong, and I feel like you truly want something, but you are scared to go after it. But the fact that you are neglecting it, it's this desire to have it and to go after it gets bigger and bigger for you guys. Now let's see, what is it that you need to heal? We've got physical health. Oh, for you guys, you might be dealing with a physical health issue. It's vitality, strength, body image, and balance. It's actually the first time that this came up in all the piles. Something physical might be going on. Whether you are aware of it or not, let's see, what is this about? Almost like a travel disease. Page of Wands. So maybe you've just been diagnosed very recently with something that needs healing. I mean, that's the reason it's coming up here. But Page of Wands is always some kind of news that comes in regarding one of your passion. Or maybe this is starting to make a little more sense. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to enjoy your desire because of some sort of physical health issue. Like that prevents you from going after it. Like imagine someone in a wheelchair just wanting to run track, or just wanting to stand up on their legs because they have the desire to do so, but then there's this physical health issue that prevents them from doing so. So maybe this is all coming together for you guys, and it's something like that for you guys. The reason I said like wheelchair is just because like this physical health issue has to do with your movement and the way that you move. So it could be that it's temporary or permanent, that I don't know. But apparently this needs healing, and I'm getting that it needs like the right doctor. And this is very, very physical, your pile. And it wasn't like that in the previous pile. So apparently this seems to be really important. I'm getting awareness, focus your awareness onto your leg. Maybe something has happened to your leg or your knee, okay? This is something that needs healing, which is very interesting. But you probably already know that. What is something that you might not know? Okay, responsibility, self-discipline, empowerment, reliability, and fulfillment. Why is this card here? Okay, the moon. So it's either that you don't want to have too much responsibility, or that you don't allow yourself to get help. Like you always want to be responsible for everything that you do. Like my actions, my mistakes. But you need to realize that there needs to be a healthy balance created within these things. Imagine you are the seed. Okay? Then it is your responsibility to grow and to evolve into this beautiful flower, but you shouldn't completely ignore the mother nature and its rain and the light of the sun. Like you can accept some help as well, because sometimes that's just what you need to grow, to learn from other people. It's almost like I'm getting you always feel like you have to learn everything yourself for some reason. You're a very complicated person. At least what I'm reading here is very complicated. You need to have more faith, hope, support, miracles, and spirituality. That things are going to work out. Let's see, why is the faith card here? What does this person need to have faith about? Oh, that you can conquer anything, no matter the obstacle or how big it seems. Sometimes you doubt yourself and you don't believe like you can get started. And the best advice that I can give you is that when you seem to be facing such a big challenge, is to just get started, to just do it, and then you will realize it's not half as bad as you thought it was. Because your problem is you need to fix your beliefs in yourself, because apparently you don't believe you can conquer anything. Then ask yourself why not, because you are meant to, in your highest form, overcome anything that is, thrown your way, any wrench, any detour, something that you might not have expected. You can overcome it. And the reason why you have like so many, I feel like for you it's also the short-term issues that keep on coming up, those little small what appear to be problems. For you it's a huge learning lesson because it teaches you how to have responsibility and how to accept help from others, I feel like. And these are all things that your soul agreed to learning in this lifetime. Let's see, solar plexus chakra is something that you need to heal, apparently. So it is the sense of self, the sense of individuality, the sense of identity. You actually need to become your own person to be truly happy, because right now I feel like you are living by someone else's standards, or what they would consider is you. Or maybe you've even convinced yourself that you are someone that you're not just because someone told you. Or you're living for someone else because you know they would not accept you the way that you truly are. They would not accept you if you showed them your true colors, and that's why you keep on changing who you are, which is not healthy at all, because what you are meant to do is embrace the embodiment of who you came here to be, your highest self. Like, who is that person, and how is that person different from your current self? Because it seems to me that you are neglecting something about your personality, or about the way, maybe you don't dress the way that you would want to because you're scared of judgment. Or maybe you're too scared to be yourself. Well, I feel like the main reason of that would always be judgment. Maybe you identify as a girl, but you like doing things that are considered typically masculine, or the other way around, and you're scared that by doing masculine things is going to take away from your femininity. Or like the other way around, if you're a guy who likes doing feminine things, and you completely neglect that part of yourself because you think you're not supposed to, because if you painted your nails you would no longer be masculine. But like, that is not true. Like, as long as you own the things that you do, no one can say anything about that. No one can take away your personal power. It's just like, you need to regain your personal power, because it is so easy right now in this current state that I'm reading to take away from you. Like, yeah. Let's see, why is the solar plexus chakra card here? What does this person need to heal regarding their solar plexus? Huh. You need to be willing and motivated to do things. And you don't need to be your ideal self right away. Like, it can take time. Just creatively express yourself. You're neglecting your own unique self in that way, because you would like to be someone that you're not. It's always like, oh, I wish I could be, I don't know, I wish I could be pretty. But that is, like, being pretty is something so subjective. Like, you can be pretty. Everyone can change the way that they look. So if you're not happy with anything about yourself, then go change it. Like, that's the least you can do, is try. And I'm getting that in your case, it's going to take time to get used to this new self, to this version, the ideal version of yourself that you're meant to be and that you want to be anyway. It's going to take time to get used to it, but once you are, you step into that, in the highest potential of yourself, you reclaim your full power, everything that was taken away from you as a child, or by society, everything that was taken away from you. You reclaim it, and you are unapologetically yourself. And you don't have to pretend for anyone anymore. You don't have to, like, be trapped anymore, as you can see. Because you're unapologetically you, and you're going to own everything about yourself. And I'm also getting that you're embracing both your feminine and masculine qualities about yourself. Because if you're neglecting something, it's only going to resurface, and the desire to do it is going to become stronger and stronger. Like, now this makes a little more sense as to why you don't allow yourself to go after your desires. So you would like to do something that is typically frowned upon. Is that the word? That is typically not usually seen, or like to be seen by society, by the current development of society maybe. And you're too scared of Judgment. Now it makes sense, right? You're scared of judgment. Oh, why didn't I see this earlier? Okay, that's funny. Okay, so the last one is choice. Realize that you have the choice to live your dream life. It is up to you if you want to be confident. It's honestly a choice. You might not agree with me, but it is. It is a matter of having the self-respect to be confident and owning who you are. So let's see, why is the card of choice in here? Oh, okay. So back when you were a child, you were told that you cannot do certain things, that you have to behave a certain way, that you can, this is something that you can do, and this is something that you can't do. And now as an adult, I'm not sure if you're an adult, but now the age that you are at, these beliefs or these values still sort of affect you a lot. Like if you were told by your parents or by the person that brought you up and you grew up with, this is something that's acceptable and this is something that is not, then you still sort of live, you might not want to admit it, but it's still true. Subconsciously, you live by those standards and you need to heal that. You need to make your own choices in life. Take away the power from other people and bring back the power to yourself, because you're such a powerful being and you can do whatever you want. Okay, it's your choice. I hope that this reading resonated with you and hope I was able to give you some clarity as to what aspects of yourself you need to heal. Alright, if you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. If you haven't, it would mean the world to me. If you want to make me happy, that would do so. And if you would like a personal reading, check out the link in my description to my Etsy shop. Thank you so much, guys. I really couldn't do this without you. Every single one of you watching still, it means so much to me. Thank you. With that being said, I just hope you have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.